Yeah, diplomatic missions from around the Western world have been scrambling to get their citizens and those who've been working with them out of Afghanistan. So we know the French embassy has relocated, as have several other countries' embassies, such as the UK. They've relocated inside Afghanistan's Kabul's international airport there in order to be able to get their staff out very quickly once they've completed their evacuation work. So they're processing visas from the airport. Now, at the moment, only military flights are operating. So they're chartering these military flights, all the countries lining up to be able to use the runway on the military side of the airport. We know France has already started evacuating its citizens. They're aiming to get around 250 people out, and they're trying to reach out to other people who may be vulnerable to try and get them out. But of course, it's extremely chaotic down there at the airport. They will be shuttling back and forth between Abu Dhabi Airport, where France has a military base, and that process has already started. We've already seen, of course, Britain starting its evacuation process, the United States really using its helicopters to transfer people to and from the embassy building, what was its embassy building, now to the international airport, trying to get people in a safe position. Germany, Italy as well, Australia, we've seen them all rushing to get people associated with their diplomatic missions and some charities out of the country.
And as we've seen in the program, it's not just foreign diplomats that are trying to get out of Afghanistan. Thousands are civilians are as well. What's the latest on the civilian rush to flee the country?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really chaotic and distressing scenes coming from Kabul International Airport. The videos that have been broadcast, circulating on social media, many of them verified, of people running onto the tarmac, clinging on to US military planes as they're taking off from Kabul. Of course, extremely dangerous, and other pictures seeming to show then people falling to their deaths. Very distressing pictures indeed, and just shows the level of desperation and panic which is circulating amongst some of the people there. And these videos showing large crowds of hundreds, if not thousands, of people there trying to board planes at the international airport. Reports the US military has fired warning shots in the air to try and clear people off. There's other pictures showing helicopters, US helicopters appearing to clear the way, the path of military planes taking off from the runway there. So, I mean, desperate and very dangerous scenes indeed, and really showing the waves of panic at this stage in Kabul.
Indeed, and several airlines have said they are no longer flying over Kabul airspace. You yourself were affected by that, weren't you? Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, that's right. At the moment, it is only military planes that are being able to take off, and those with quite some difficulty as well. All civilian and charter planes are not taking off or landing in Kabul at the moment. There's one runway which is usually shared between military aircraft and civilian aircraft, and that is only being used, requisitioned by the US military and other countries' military at the moment. I myself was in one of the last flights destined to land in Kabul yesterday, and we got as far as over the city of Kabul, but we had to circle several times around there before we were told by the pilot that that airport had been blocked off by a plane which had been parked horizontally across the runway. They said a technical problem, but it seems, that was a sign that that airport had been officially closed off. It's been confirmed, no civilian flights at all taking off or landing in Kabul at the moment. And we can only imagine that will be the case for perhaps another few days while these military evacuations run their course.
All right, thank you for that update. Catherine Norris Trent reporting for us there.